Welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Thursday, August the 21st. Again, we have 4 games of the WNBA that we're going to go over with you today. Again, as you guys know by now, on the front end of the screen, odds are courtesy of covers.com. Line moves, totals, injury report. For the extensive look at these games on the back end, oddslogic.com. Up to the minute information on line moves, over-unders, totals, and the injury report. Again, it covers oddslogic.com. Oddslogic.com covers all professional sports leagues. That includes the college football, which is starting this Saturday, the NFL, which starts next month in September, and other professional sports leagues. Again, it's a very good tool to use to take advantage of during this upcoming season and right now. Again, it will be in the description below, oddslogic.com. You can check it out there for more information on this. Great opportunity to take advantage of this tool, to use it at your advantage. Again, check it out. Great to use. Great up to the minute information that you need at your fingertips. Again, oddslogic.com. We're going to look at the first game here. First of 4 games. We're looking at Washington at Connecticut. This is a home and home series. Connecticut won in Washington outright. They were a 5.5, 6-point favorites in the last meeting. That was on Tuesday this past week, or 2 days ago, I should say. So this is the second game of a home and home series. Now it's back in Connecticut. Now the game's in Connecticut now. Again, Washington looking for revenge after that embarrassing loss at home. So we're going to look at this game where the opening line was. It opened up -2 Washington. Actually, I have Connecticut here. It should be Washington. Let me change that now. I got a bit of a mistake. Sorry, guys. It should be 2.5 Washington. I made a mistake there. I gotta change that. So it's -2.5 Washington here. So -2.5 Washington. Again, the opening number is -2. Opened up. The total opened up at 157.5. Like I said, we're seeing 2.5 right now as we speak, and the total is at 158.5. That's where it's currently at now. We're going to look at the injury report for this game. So this one here, J.C. Sheldon. Ankle is ruled out for this game at Connecticut. She will not be playing. Let's see. I believe that's the only injury for this game. Everybody else is healthy. No other injuries in this game. We'll look at the sharps in public for this game. Let's take a look at that now. Excuse me, we'll look at that right now. Nothing here, no action on this game at all so far. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. Nothing here. Pretty quiet so far. Yeah, nothing here. So we'll look at this game in further detail. So as we said, they played already. This is the 4th and final meeting. First meeting, May 18th, in Connecticut. Washington won in Connecticut. 90-85 as a 3-point favorite, over 159. Second meeting, June the 8th. Actually, first meeting was in Connecticut. That's what I said. Second meeting in Washington. Washington won 104-87 as an 8-point favorite, over 155. Third meeting, August 19th in Washington. Connecticut won 80-69 as a 6-point underdog, under 158.5. Fourth and final meeting here. I don't have a play on this game at all. If I had to give you a play here, uh, hmm, let's take a look at this here. Nothing on this one. I only have one client playing the WNBA so far. That's all I have. But if I had to give you a play for the show here, let's see what I can give you guys. Let's see what we can give you. We would look at. Not sure about this one. This is. I'm not sure about this. Let me take another look. Yeah, this one, man. This one's a little tricky. I mean, if I had to play it, I would recommend. Man, this is a tricky game. I would look at. Man, this one's a tough one. I have no client play on this, but I would take Connecticut in the points. I'd take Connecticut here. I'd take Connecticut plus the points. I'd take Connecticut plus two, 2.5. I would go at Connecticut. That's the only way I can look. Nothing else on this game. Total wise, nothing on this total at all. But I would lean to Connecticut. That would be the lean and recommendation. That's it. Nothing for this game at all. That's my take on that game. Second game we'll look at here. Chicago and New York. Ooh. This one here opened up as a big number. 11 minus 11. Total 161.5. This has gone up now all the way from 161.5. It's gone up to 164, the total. And the line has gone up to 15.5. That's a big one. And we're seeing 16s, the little 16s across the board. Let's take a look at this one here. First, we'll look at the injury report for this game. I believe Angel Reese will be playing her second game. The second game back she'll be playing. Isabel Harrison is still out for Thursday's game at Chicago with a concussion. Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season for Chicago. Like I said, Angel Reese is back in the lineup. She played in the last game. She played against Seattle last game, so she is back in the lineup today. She's going to be playing. Courtney Vandersloot, as you know, is out for the season with a knee. That's it for this game, for the New York game. As you know, Brianna Stewart's out indefinitely with a leg injury. Satu Sabli's sister, Naira Sabli's out with the knee indefinitely. That's it for this game here. We're going to look at this game further. We'll take a look at this. Public Oliver, New York, 15. Nothing on the total. We're seeing New York money. Seeing a lot of New York money here. Yeah, we're seeing New York money here. So we're going to look at nothing on the side, nothing on the total, but New York money. So a lot of New York money here. So we'll look into this game further. We'll look into this. So head-to-head, they've already played twice already, 2 times. So we'll take a look at this here. Let's see. Yeah, head-to-head they played. So as you can see, the first meeting was in Chicago, May 22nd, 99-74. New York had their way, 11.5-point favorites, 164.5. Second meeting in New York, June 10th. New York won 90, 85-66 as a 16.5-point favorite. Total 163.5. It went under. First meeting went over. Second meeting went under. Now this is the third meeting now. And we'll look into this further, this game. We'll see Chicago 0-5 in their last 5 games. They did cover the spread in their last game against Seattle. They covered the spread as plus 11. And they are 2-3 to the under. For New York, they are last 5 games 2-3, and right now last 5 games to the over under 1-3-1 to the under. So New York 1-3-1 to the under, and Chicago again, they are 2-3 to the under. So both teams are playing to the under. I myself in this game, I don't have a climb play, but I can recommend 2 plays for you. I would look at the under in this game. I would take the under. I like the under in this game. That's one recommendation. Second recommendation would be I would look at Chicago plus the 15. Again, New York's coming off their biggest win of the season. They finally knocked off Minnesota the other night on Tuesday. It was a big win. So I look here for a bit of a letdown. So this is a bit of a letdown spot here, in my opinion. This looks like a letdown spot for New York. Letdown spot, and at the same time, they have a look ahead. Actually, let me see something here. Hold on. Letdown spot, and then they have Atlanta next. So I like Chicago in this spot. Like I said, had a big win against Minnesota, an emotional win against Minnesota 2 nights ago. And now they got Chicago. They just covered Seattle as a double-digit underdog. So I would take Chicago in the points, and I would look at the under in this game. I'd look at the under here. Yeah, I would take a look at the under. That's another angle I would take here, the under. Let me see what else we have here. And I would look. Chicago scored 74 points, and I would look at a Chicago team total. Another angle to look at is a Chicago team total. That's another angle. 70. I know they scored 80-something points against Seattle the other night, but see, Seattle had a big lead. They had a 10, 11-point lead at the half. So they weren't playing much defense in the second half in that game. That's why the game went over the total. So to me, the team total here is a little bit inflated, just because Chicago put up a bunch of points in the second half. They scored 88 on Seattle. And like I said, I told you why that happened. So I would look at the team total under in Chicago at 74.5. Take the under. Take the under in this game. So that's one angle to take. Another angle, plus 15 Chicago. A little bit of a letdown spot for New York, in my opinion, a little bit. And the game itself, I'd look at the under in this game, 163.5. So you got 3 games. You got 3 picks here. We gave you 3 of them right here. We got 3 of them right here we gave you. I don't have a climb play for this game. I might I'm not sure yet. I already have one client playing the WNBA. I might make. I'm not. I might make this a client play the. I might take Chicago plus 15. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but so far it's a free play. Chicago plus 15. You can mark that one down as well. Third game we're going to look at here. We're going to take a look at. Let's see. We're going to look at Minnesota at Atlanta. That's the third game here. I thought I put the minus there already. I didn't put the minus. I thought, okay, let me fix that. Hold on, guys. I gotta fix that. I thought I put that there. Okay, so there you go. So Minnesota, Atlanta. So this one opened up -1. Minnesota total 159.5. We're seeing it go up to 2.5 right now. We're seeing a 3 on the board right now as well. Atlanta opened up 159. That was the total in this game. It's now gone to 161 in this one. So we're gonna look at the injury report for this game. We'll take a look at that. Let's see. Nafisa Collier is questionable to play Thursday at Atlanta. I believe she's going to play. I believe she's going to come back and play in this game. I believe she's going to play. I got a feeling she's going to play. But they have her as questionable right now. That was actually yesterday's report. That was yesterday. That was a couple days ago. But I believe she's going to play tonight. I got a feeling she's going to play. But she still has the ankle, but I believe she plays. Nothing else in this game. On the Atlanta side, nothing here. Carly Samuelson out for the season, as you know. And that's it for this game. Still 2.5. We're starting to see 3. 3s are coming up on the board, so I got a feeling she's going to play. So a 3 did come up at the Bet Rivers. Bet Rivers had -3. So we're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. They're on Minnesota and the under. You know, Minnesota after a loss, they're good after a loss. They're very good. They don't lose 2 straight games. So we're going to look into this game further. We will take a look at this. So they played twice already. In this game. Let's take a look at this. So first game in Atlanta, that was June 27th. Minnesota was a 3.5-point favorite, but it went to overtime in this game, 96-92. And it went over the 156.5. Second game was in Minnesota, July 27th, a month later. Atlanta was an 8-point underdog. They won outright, 90-86, over 159.5. Let's see if Collier played in any one of those games. We're going to check now. She played in the first game in Atlanta, had 26 points, had a big one. Second game, she played 32 points. So she's had some big games against Atlanta. So yeah, she's had big games against Atlanta. I think Minnesota will be ready. Will be ready in this one. Again, we'll look at the last 5 between these two teams. And like I said, every time, we'll look into this game further. I have my thoughts on this one. 4-1 last 5 games, Minnesota. Their winning streak came to an end against New York on the road. This is their second game on the road trip. They have Indiana next. So they're on a back-to-back. we're going to look into this one further here. We're definitely going to take a look at this. So 4-1 last 5 for Minnesota, and they are 1-3-1 to the under. So they've been playing some defense and winning games with defense. 1-3-1 to the under. Let's see, Atlanta. They've been up and down. Wins, losses. They're alternating wins and losses. They're coming off a 2-game road trip. First game back off a road trip. You know how I feel about that already. So right now, 3-2 last 5 games. 0-5 to the under. 0-5 to the under. Let's take a look at this one. Well, I have 2 plays here. I got 2 plays for you guys. I'm going to look at, I like Minnesota on the money line. Like I said, Minnesota, they don't lose 2 straight. They don't lose 2 straight games in a row. This team, when they lose a game, they always bounce back. So I expect them to bounce back here tonight. I like Minnesota on the money line. I would look at that for sure. Let's see. And I look at the under in this game. Both teams are playing to the under in their last 5 games, despite them playing to the over in the first 2 games of this series this year. They played to the over. Let me see something here. Yeah, I'm looking at the under in this game. I'm gonna look at the under. I think that changes tonight. Again, I like the under in this game, 161. I do like the under. So I agree with the public. The public's on the under, and I agree with them here. I think this game's gonna go under. I like the under here, under 161. So yeah, so Minnesota money line, and I like the under in this game. Might add that to my card. That might make one of them a client play, but I like both plays, the under and Minnesota money line. I like both plays here. So that's my thoughts on that. Now we're going to go to the 4th and final game here. And another reason why I like Minnesota as well. Atlanta's coming off a 2-game road trip. They went, let me see how they went 1-1, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, Atlanta was 1-1 on the road trip. They split the road trip 1-1. And they're back, and now they're at home. So I don't like them. I don't like taking a home team when they come off a road trip, first game back off a road trip. I like to take Minnesota in this spot. I know the first game in Atlanta, it was pretty tight, but I trust Minnesota here. I do trust them here to win this game. I think they win tonight. It's not going to be easy. I know Atlanta's tough. They're tough, but I like Minnesota here to win this game. Like I said, they rarely lose 2 straight games. I like Minnesota in the spot, like I said, on the money line. I like the under. Both teams playing to the under right now. We're going to see. I can see that happening again here. So that's my read. And then Atlanta's coming off a 2-game road trip. Good chance they may not have their legs under them. First game back at home. After traveling on the road, they're pretty much on the they're on the West Coast. Atlanta was on the West Coast. So you come back from the West Coast to the East Coast. First game back off of West Coast, a mini 2-game road trip on the West Coast. Come back. Your body has to adjust to the time zone. You're back on the East Coast, so the scoring may not be there. in my opinion. So that's another factor why I like the under. Minnesota's defense can, on top of that too. Both teams playing to the under. So that makes sense to me. I like the under in Minnesota here. I like that a lot. And I might make that a client play. I might throw that in there. But we'll go to the fourth and final game. We're going to look at that now. We got Phoenix and Las Vegas. This one here, I made a client play. I already have a client play on this game. Yeah, I have a client play on this one. So this one here opened up -2.5 Las Vegas. Total 165.5. Now we got it down to -1. It's all the way to -1. Some books have 1.5, but we're seeing -1s. That's currently where we're at now. Total is 170.5. Let's get to that now. Let me switch that over. 170.5 is the current number now. We're going to look at the injury report for this game. Let's see. So Phoenix and Las Vegas. Everybody should be healthy for this game. I don't see any injuries for this one. Everybody should be healthy here. Oh, the Atlanta game, Jordan Canada is still out, guys. She has a leg injury, so she's still out indefinitely. That's Jordan Canada, so she's not going to get any action. She's out for a while. But in terms of the Las Vegas game, Cheyenne Parker out indefinitely. Megan McConnell knee out indefinitely. Nothing else in this game. Everybody else is pretty much healthy for this game. Yeah, that's it. Yep, everybody else is healthy. So we're going to take a look at the sides and the total for this one. Everybody's on Las Vegas. Public's on Vegas. Nothing on the side. I have a play on the side. I have a play on the total. I'll give that to you in a second. So it looks like it's just Vegas money coming in. I think it's Las Vegas money here. Yeah, it looks like it's Vegas money. And we're going to look at this game further. I believe they played 3 times already. We'll look at this now. So head-to-head, yeah, they played 3 times. So as we look here, first game, June the 15th in Las Vegas. Phoenix won in Vegas, 76-70 as a 4.5-point favorite over under 164. Second game in Phoenix, June 29th. Vegas won on the road, 84-81 as a 6-point underdog. They won outright. Third game, August 15th in Phoenix. Again, Phoenix was a 4.5-point favorite. Vegas covered and won, 86-83. And it went over the 167. The game before June 29th, it went under 168.5. So this is the fourth and final one here. We'll look at Phoenix last 5 games. Last 5 games, Phoenix, they are... This is Phoenix's third and final road game. So right now they're 2-0 on the road, but 3-2 their last 5 games and are 3-2 to the over. So they've won 2 straight games. Phoenix, Las Vegas, they have won 5 straight games. They're 5-0 last 5, and they are 3-2 to the over. But overall, Vegas has won 8 straight games. They've won 8 straight. But on the show here, we just look at the last 5 games between these two teams. We look at the last 5. So the last 5 is 5-0. Vegas, 5 straight wins, 3-2 last 5 to the over. Overall, 8 straight wins for Vegas. They're looking for the 9th straight win. Hottest team in the WNBA. But for me, I'm not going to touch the side. I'll leave that alone. I'm going to look at the over in this game. I like the over in this matchup. Again, in this and this is my client play actually, so I'm giving it to you for free here, over 170.5. Again, these teams are 1-2 to the under so far, but both teams are playing to the over in their last 5 games. Phoenix is giving up 86 to 87 points per game in their last on this 2-game road trip so far. So very little defense in this game. I think Vegas can take advantage of the score. When they played head-to-head the last time, they put up 86 points against Phoenix. They put up 86. I can't see why they cannot duplicate what they did the last time and do it again. So they should have their way and get their points. Phoenix will also have their way and score as well. In general, Phoenix Mercury games overall, in my opinion, are pretty much to the over. They're pretty much to the over. Phoenix Mercury games are pretty much to the over, especially in the last 3 games, 2 on the road trip, and 2 on the road trip. They've been going to the over. They don't play a lot of defense. They play defense here and there, but it's not consistent. So in general, like I said, I find Phoenix Mercury games in general, especially lately, and with them on the road trip, they've been going to the over. So I like the over in this spot here. Again, last meeting these guys played, it was at 167. So it spiked up to 170.5. So the market and the odds makers are telling you they're looking for an over in this game. They're looking for a high scoring affair again, and I agree with them. I agree with them here. I do like the over here. So as you know, it was 167 the total in the last game, August 15th. Now it's gone to 170. It's gone up by 3.5 points. So odds makers, they can see it. They're letting you know that chances are this game goes over the total. I have this as a client plays the over 170.5. So don't even hesitate. I would play the over in this one. Over 170.5. I take it here. This is the one I like this one here. Again, might add some more client plays for the WNBA. I only added 1. I might add 2 more. So we'll see. But if I do add them, you did get some of the client plays for free here today. We gave them to you here. Again, I have right now at sportsmemo.com, I have 3 client plays available today. One of them we gave you already here. I have one in the CFL, Canadian Football League, for tonight. One in the MLB, Major League Baseball. I do have them here. By the time you guys see this video, I don't know if you're going to get my client plays because the baseball game might start, so you may not catch it. If you don't, we have our half off Fridays. Don't forget we have half off Fridays. Again, so you want to take advantage of that. It's all summer long. 50% off Fridays. So you definitely want to jump on board for that. For tomorrow. So we'll have that available. We'll have that in the description below. Myself, other cappers, you can take advantage of our half price Fridays, 50% off Fridays for client plays. So I'll take advantage of that. Yesterday for client plays, we did go 0-1. But on the show, we gave you a free play. First half, LA 4.5, that cashed. So if you took the free pick yesterday, you guys got the free pick that we gave you in the first half, 4.5 LA. Client play didn't work out for the over 183, Dallas, LA. So but we got a few of them tonight that I have available. Don't know if you'll catch it by the time you see this video because some of the games might start for the Major League Baseball. But like I said, we have games tomorrow. We did give you some client plays today, so you can take advantage of those for tonight. Again, whether you fit or follow the client plays or the free plays, it's up to you. Again, good luck to you guys. Let's have a big Thursday. Let's cash in tickets, hit some winners. Again, let's have a profitable day. And tomorrow in the WNBA, we have 3 games to go over tomorrow. 3 games tomorrow that we're going to go over with you in the WNBA. So be on the lookout for that as we give you the games. And good luck. Like I said, good luck tonight. Let's have a big day. We will see you tomorrow. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget oddslogic.com. We'll have that in the description below. Take advantage of that, as we mentioned earlier. And peace. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.